Hey everybody, how's it going? Mike again. Um, as long promised, I'm going to do my DVD, my music video collection on DVD. Part 1 was VHS, Part 2 was the meager Blu-ray collection, and Part 3 will be in many parts, but it is my DVDs. Part 4 is going to be my CD collection that includes DVDs. There's plenty of CDs in there that include either DVDs or Blu-rays, and that's going to be a separate part. That'll be part 4. But part 3 is just the regular DVDs and the regular DVD cases. Um, Sorry for smoking, folks. Every once in a while you need a cigarette, especially late at night, especially when you're going through. I have well over 100 here, so I'm going to have to really split this into parts. I'm going to stop at CA because I'm going to do a separate one on the end of C, because for some reason, there's a lot of C. I have Johnny Cash, I have Harry Chapin, I have Crosby, Stills, and Nash, I have Jim Croce, probably a few others. So I'm going to stop at the beginning of C, and that'll be the end of part 1. Alright, I'm doing this alphabetically for lack of any better way to do it. Alright, we'll start off with A, obviously. And the first one in my collection is without a doubt, the most embarrassing one. But this was given to me as a gift, and I kept it. And I do like one or two of the songs, and that is Air Supply, The Ultimate Performance. Alright, try not to laugh too hard, folks. Okay, I understand. But I do like that song, Here I Am, the One That You Love. And this is Australian. It is from 2000. It's a live concert from 2005, and there are 16 tracks. And some of their hits: Here I Am, Two Less Lonely People in the World, The One That You Love, Lost in Love, Every Woman in the World, and the Jim Steinman, who did Meatloaf songs, Making Love Out of Nothing at All. So that's that. Alright, that's the most embarrassing thing I have in my collection, but I'm not going to lie to you folks. This is based on honesty. Okay, now we get into a little bit of cooler territory, at least I think cooler. I really like the band America. You probably know them best for their radio hit, A Horse with No Name. I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. I'm good to be out of the rain. Alright, so I have a few there. And in alphabetical order, I then put them in chronological order. So I have 4 from America, starting out with America Live. They started out with 3 members, and as you can see, for a lot of these, I've made CDs on my CD recorder, so I can listen in the car or whatever. So a lot of these, you'll see CDs pop out of the case. I make this. I have a CD recording machine that I transfer the DVD to a CD so I can listen to it on the go. But all right, this is America Live. This is when they still had 3 members: Jerry Beckley, Dewey Bunnell, and their third member, whose name escapes me. He left the band after a while. But this has 11 songs, and it is a live concert. Pretty short, 44 minutes. It's a live concert from 1975. They won the Grammy for Best New Artist in 1972, and this has hits like Ventura Highway, I Need You, Horse with No Name, This Is for All the Lonely People. Excuse my bad voice, but, just to let you know what songs they are. Tin Man. So, some good songs on America Live. Next, we have America Live in Central Park, 1979. Alright, that's not an insert, that's the inside of the cover there. Let me see. So the reading material is there. There's the back cover. You see 14 tracks. By then, they had 2 members. The third guy had left. So this was from 1979 in Central Park. Some of the same songs, but Sister Goldenhair is on here. Sandman, I understand you've been running from the man that goes by the name of the Sandman. He rides the sky like an eagle in the eye of the hurricane. That's been abandoned. I Need You, the ballad from Jerry Beckley. So, third, we have America in Concert from Germany. This is from a German television show, much more recent. This is from 1999. It has 15 tracks. Geez, sorry about the lighting. Hang on, folks. Okay, sorry. Yeah, so got another CD in there, and yeah. So like I said, this is from 1999 in Germany. 15 tracks, many of the same songs, but some new songs. Matter of fact, it has an exact date. Recorded June 16th, 1999 in Stuttgart, Germany. Yeah, basically a lot of the same songs. Great band, America. And finally, America in Concert live at the Sydney Opera House. This is much, much more recent, 2006. And this is a long one, 156 minutes. So this is over 2.5 hours. There's the back cover. We see Dewey Bunnell and Jerry Beckley. There's the inside with the song list on the inside as well as on the back. There's 24 titles on here, and this is a literal greatest hits. They've had 11 U.S. top 40 singles, 17 gold, platinum, and multi-platinum albums, and this really sounds great. Sydney Opera House in Australia, great stuff from America. Okay, moving on to B. This is the band called The Band, and this is a Martin Scorsese film. This is a document of the band's last concert, and it's chock full of guest stars, such as Joni Mitchell, Neil Diamond, Neil Young, Eric Clapton, Bob Dylan. This was the band that had Levon Helm in it, Robbie Robertson. They wrote some great songs, such as The Weight, take a load off Benny, take a load for free, take a load off Benny, and put the load right on me. If you know that song. The band was comprised of Rick Danko, Levon Helm, Garth Hudson, Richard Manuel, and Robbie Robertson. This, of course, like I said, was directed by Martin Scorsese. And here's the lineup of special guests. You have Bob Dylan, Eric Clapton, Neil Young, Joni Mitchell, Van Morrison, Neil Diamond, Emmylou Harris, Muddy Waters, The Staples, Ringo Starr, Ron Wood, Dr. John, Paul Butterfield, and Ronnie Hawkins. This is a fantastic movie, hour and 57 minutes. This contains 2 audio commentaries, one by Martin Scorsese, one by some of the musicians. And this alternates between music and like backstage documentary type footage. This is a must-have documentary. I need to get this on Blu-ray if it's available. I'm not sure. Bare Bones case, you see. But there's just great songs on this, and I can't say enough about The Last Waltz. Martin Scorsese, great musicians, great songs. My favorite song off this is the band doing Helpless with Neil Young and Joni Mitchell providing some ethereal, beautiful female background vocals. Helpless, the Neil Young, Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young song. It's just absolutely brilliant. Great movie. A more recent guy that is given a bad name because of that. And when I say gay, I'm not knocking homosexuals. I accept everyone. Gay in the street sense of the term, that it's just stupid or corny. You know, corny. People shouldn't say gay anymore. I think they should say corny or stupid. But corny is the word. But that song he wrote called "You're Beautiful." So it's James Blunt. I know there's some embarrassing stuff in here, but this was bought because of again, because when you're going out with a girl and she likes stuff, you sometimes buy stuff to impress her. I know that sounds like an excuse, but believe me, it's not. And of course, that song "You're Beautiful" is pretty corny, and but there are some half decent songs on here, so it is what it is. Now, one of my favorite guys, and this guy has Alzheimer. There was just a special on him on CNN on July 4th. He is a great country artist, a great rock artist. He's covered so many great songs, made so many great albums through the years. If you know him, if you know him at all, you know him for Wichita Lineman. But that's Glen Campbell, and this is the Glen Campbell Good Times Hour. He had his own TV show, variety type show, and this is put out by Time Life. And Glen Campbell is just, you know, the epitome of country coolness. And I'm not a huge country fan, but I think you'll think that I am based on the next 4 or 5 DVDs. But this was a cool TV show. I mean, there were performances here like Wichita Lineman, By the Time I Get to Phoenix. But then there's comedy skits with the Smothers Brothers. Glenn sings Carolina in My Mind with Linda Ronstadt. He sings with Ray Charles. He sings with Cher, of all people. With B.J. Thomas, he does Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head. With Johnny Cash, he does Folsom Prison Blues. With Willie Nelson, he sings Gentle on My Mind with John Hartford. This is an hour-long, great DVD. And last but not least, for this very first part, is Johnny Cash. And Johnny Cash crosses the country boundaries. He, he had that great career resurgence in the early 2000s when he covered Hurt by Nine Inch Nails. But I liked him before that, but that made me like him more as a huge Nine Inch Nails fan. But he's had so many great things. I have 4 DVDs here, or at least 4 sets. The first is the best of the Johnny Cash TV show. Like the Glen Campbell Good Time Hour, Johnny Cash had a TV show from 69 to 71. And on it, this is a great set here. It's 2 CDs, and there's a really cool booklet here. And it's fairly, take out that insert. It's fairly thick. There we see original TV guide, reprinting of TV Guide listings. And there's a lot of cool essays on here. And every week, Johnny Cash would come out and sing solo songs, and he would have guests and do songs with them. This, I believe, was on ABC. I may be wrong on that. Yes, ABC. It came on 9:30 on which night, I'm not exactly sure. But let me just tell you some of the awesome stuff. He had one particular episode where he had rock and rollers on, and he had James Taylor and Neil Young on. And look this stuff up on YouTube if you don't want to buy the DVD. But look at all the tracks on here. I'm not going to read you every track, but look at that. There's a ton of music on here. And I'll just go through some of the highlights. I mean, of course, you know, songs like Ring of Fire and Sunday Morning Coming Down that he performs solo. But some of the guest stars that he sings with or that sing by themselves. Bob Dylan, Chris Christopherson, Louis Armstrong, Stevie Wonder, Creedence Clearwater Revival, Linda Ronstadt, George Jones, Waylon Jennings, Pete Seeger, Joni Mitchell, Derek and the Dominoes, Charlie Pride, Jerry Lee Lewis, the Everly Brothers, Glen Campbell, Neil Diamond, Neil Young, Merle Haggard, the Statler Brothers, Hank Williams Jr. I mean, it's just great. Just a fantastic show. This is a long set. This is put out by Sony Legacy. It is 4 hours long, and this is just a great set. All right, moving on, we have Johnny Cash live in Denmark, 1971. This one just has a little insert there with the song list, and my lighting keeps going out here, guys. I apologize. Okay, there's the song list. There's 19 songs. So, self-explanatory. Johnny Cash live in Denmark. He's joined by his wife, June Carter Cash. If you've seen the movie Walk the Line, you know the Johnny Cash story. Just a lot of his great songs. He's joined by the Statler Brothers and June Carter Cash, and the Carter family, Mother Mabel Carter. Carl Perkins is on this concert, the guy who wrote Blue Suede Shoes and so many other great songs. Next we have, make sure I have these in the right order. Yeah, Austin City Limits, which is a show that comes on PBS that you may be familiar with. So, live from Austin, Texas, Johnny Cash. There's the back cover. This one actually has a neat little slip there. And there's the DVD. It's got a tiny insert here. By tiny, I mean thin. It just opens up with just the barest minimal reading material and song list. There's the plain black disc. And 14 songs on this. It's 50 minutes and 5.1 surround sound. You know, again, greatest hits: Ring of Fire, Folsom Prison Blues, Sunday Morning Calming Down, Long Black Veil, Ghost Riders in the Sky, I Walk the Line. Great stuff here. And last but not least is Johnny Cash live in Ireland with special guests June Carter Cash and Chris Christopherson, who is not only a great singer but a great actor. For you horror fans like myself, he played a great role in the Blade movies. There again. As typical with these, the inserts are usually just a one page with some photos and some credits and song list on the other side. And a cool picture of Johnny there raising that guitar. He had that boom chicka boom sound that was so great. This is put out by Mercury in 2006. It came out. Of course, he passed away by then. I'm trying to... Let's see. The concert was actually from 1993. Oh, and by the way, the Austin City Limits concert was from 1987. I didn't mention that. So that was 87, and this is 1993. Again, a lot of the... some different songs here, though. You get, like, Daddy Sang Bass, Keep on the Sunny Side, Get Rhythm, Ghost Riders in the Sky, 40 Shades of Green, Will the Circle Be Unbroken, Jackson. Like I said, his wife, June Carter Cash, and Chris Christopherson join him for some songs. So, okay, so that's part one. I know it looks like it's not the greatest of my collection, I promise you, but I'm going to do the end of C next, and that'll be part 3B of my music collection. So stay tuned. If you didn't see anything you like, stay tuned. I know there was a couple corny ones with America and James Blunt, and I know not everybody likes country, including me for the most part, but we saw Glen Campbell and Johnny Cash. But like I said, I have well over 100. So this is just scratching the surface here. The best one here, I would say, is The Last Waltz. America is a great band. And the Johnny Cash and Glen Campbell TV shows are fantastic. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next part where I will finish out C, where we will see Harry Chapin, Crosby, Stills, and Nash, Jim Croce, and others. Okay, see you soon, guys. Take it easy.